Welcome, the OG of all OGs in the club. Welcome, Phumza. Take it over.
Hello, ladies, and thank you so much to everybody for joining me today. So today's topic, because it's such an emotional topic and one that affects most of us, I'm going to ask that we start with some breathing work, right? So we're going to breathe in, hold for 5 seconds, and then breathe out. And ladies, please excuse the noise. I am in an office space and unfortunately couldn't get a quiet space because of network issues. So I'm going to ask that we start off with breathing work. I'm going to count us down in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out. Okay? Put up your boundaries, protect your business and your bag. My name is Phumza Chunene, and I am a financial empowerment coach and boundary strategist. I am a radiation protection officer by profession and environmental.
Sorry to
I
interrupt,
hold
Phumza. Sorry, the network is a bit choppy. I'm wondering, Nyaki, you can also switch off your camera. Let's see if that also helps just a little bit. Anybody else who's got their camera on, just switch it off so we can see if Phumza's network can just improve a little bit with us off. But we can start again with who you are. If it does not work out, Phumza, we might ask you to switch off your camera and then we'll just focus only on the presentation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, as I was saying, my name is Phumza Chunene, and I am a financial empowerment coach and boundary strategist. I am a professional radiation protection officer, and I hold a BSc in environmental sciences. I am the founder and CEO of coaching, and I help women entrepreneurs navigate black tax so that they can keep their businesses alive and thriving. You might ask why I will. You might ask why it is that this is important to me. Yes, Nyake?
I think we're going to do camera off for you. It's a bit choppy.
Camera off.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Go first.
Would Phumza, focus on black tax. I've lived it, right? I started my entrepreneurship journey while I was very young. When I was still at Pretoria Tech, I ran the Snoopy there. And, I would get calls from my mom say, hey, I need you to pay this for me. I need you to do this for me. And that would essentially take away from my stock money. I would now not have enough money to restock. And also, I've started quite a few businesses which didn't go so well because of black tax. And then I had to sit and think, but am I the only one who's going through this? And the answer, go out there and help other women, take stock of their business and actually thrive in their businesses. So moving on, what is black tax? Black tax, it's the unspoken expectation that our families have of us, to provide for them. And this is because of culture, social, or economic obligations, right? For entrepreneurs especially, it's not just a personal matter. It's business threatening because once the family sees that, oh, okay, she has a business, then it means she's got endless money. There's endless cash coming in. It's like it's a salary. So, every month feeling obligated you end up funding family emergencies and whatever else needs and wants come up. You end up funding that results, right? So what can you do? Tells you about is that you feel guilty for saying no. Ever feel guilty for saying no?
Hi, Phumza. I'm so sorry. Is there a place where you can go where it is the network's just a little bit
Let's
better?
think about it.
Hi, Phumza.
Right?
Phumza.
Hi, ma'am. Hi.
Is there a place where you can go where the network's just slightly better? Because the picture's off, you can even go anywhere, whether it's your car or like another room, it's okay. Just the network's still a bit choppy.
Is it still a bit choppy?
It's better now. I don't
Let
know
me
what.
try and go outside. Let me try and go outside and see if it will work better.
Okay. So while Phumza's going outside, that question about have you ever felt guilty about saying no? For those in the chat, have you dealt with black tax? And then also, have you ever felt guilty about saying no?
Okay, I'm outside and it seems it's a bit better. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So the question is, why do you feel guilty for saying no? And one of the reasons, we're going to take it back to when we were growing up, right? We had cousins and extended family, and we were always taught to share. No, you must share with the other kids. You know, they don't have. Why don't you want to share? You're being selfish. But were you really being selfish for just wanting to have this moment to yourself? Some of us grew up in families where we grew up together, you know, in our grandmother's houses. We grew up with our cousins, our aunts, our uncles, and you never just had that space. You never had anything to yourself. And when you had to share. So we were never taught that you can share, but up to a certain point, it's okay for you to keep some of the things for yourself. So now all of a sudden, when somebody asks you for something, for money or for help, you feel guilty for saying no. How can I say no? I'm being selfish. I'm disappointing them, you know? But are you really happy with your decision? Are you really happy with the giving that you've done? Right? You end up resenting quietly. You end up resenting these people who are asking you for help, you know, who always come to you and say, hey, can you help me with this? In as much as you may give, you suddenly feel trapped, you know, between I want to be successful and this survival mode that you're always on. So the topic today is not just about money, but it's about your mental and emotional bandwidth. Because if your energy is drained, then your business suffers, right? Next slide, please. So we now need to know why boundaries are a business growth strategy. Once you have boundaries, you have a protection plan. It's because now you can say, I'm saying no, so that you can keep more profit in your business for reinvestment. You can plan with clarity because your expenses are predictable. And you can make smarter decisions without panicking or without guilt. And you can be able to build long-term wealth and not just survive month to month. If your invoice is paid late, you're panicking because you have not built in any surplus for next month, so that if maybe there's a problem with your invoice, you can be able to wait and still be comfortable and be able to either purchase your stock or be able to pay your employees or be able to make sure that your business can continue running. Okay, so that is why you need business boundaries in your business. Next slide, please. So the first thing that you need to start off with is knowing your why. Why am I saying no? Because the minute you know your why, when the pressure comes from your family, when the pressure builds, when they want to say, yeah, but you're being selfish, when you know your why, that becomes your anchor. That becomes your anchor. It anchors you. You then say, it's because I want this. I want my business to grow. I want to place Facebook ads. I want to create a bigger budget for my stock. People are buying, but I don't have the money to buy the stock that they want. So I want my business to grow. I want my business to last. And so that it can be for future generations and not just for me. Knowing your why also gives you freedom, peace, and it ends silent suffering. The resentment goes away. You are no longer going to resent your people. And when you give, you'll be giving from a position of empowerment. It's not just about lack or surviving. Okay? So when you know your why, it also helps you to stay focused. Emotions are going to run high, guys. People are going to get upset. Why now? Why now do you say you can't help me? Why do you say you can't do this? Do you know how much I've done for you? Do you know how much I've sacrificed for you? And when even doesn't matter how much you try and reason, the emotions will still run high, because now again, it's like you're speaking to a child and you're saying no, and they're not going to understand why. So when you know your why, you will be able to stick to your decision. And when you know your why, you'll be able to make decisions which reflect your values. But also, we should also stop seeing boundaries as an act of rejection. It's an act of love, self-love, and love for the next person, right? And then you're able to also build lasting change and not quick fixes, because quick fixes don't last. They don't last. But you want something that is going to last. And unfortunately, when you want something that's going to last, you need to stick to even have a why. Okay.
Hi, Phumza, it's got choppy again. Sorry.
Is it getting choppy again?
You're fine now.
Is it fine now? Okay, thank you. All right, moving on to the next slide. The next one, please. So now I'd like to introduce you to a product which I have created, which is called the Full Black Tax Freedom Framework. Now, this framework was created with you in mind. Why do I say that? Inside this framework, there's an ebook. And this ebook gives you your why, because it tells you about the emotional, mental, and financial benefits of overcoming black tax. It's going to tell you why you need the change, why the change matters. There's also a personalized script workbook. So it's scripts which you can practice by yourself before you get to your family, before the SMSs and the WhatsApps come in. Hey, Githoka, hey, can you please help? it's such scripts, it's words to use for hard family conversations, so that you can do this with kindness and compassion and with confidence. But there's also a visualization guide, right? It's a journal. And this is where you are saying, this is my dreams. These are my dreams. This is what I want for me. This is what I want as a person. Because usually, as people who are subjected to black text, you think about everybody else but you. You think about everybody else's needs but yours, but your business needs, but everybody else's. And yet everybody else's needs or wants take away from you. And in this journal, it's your safe space to imagine, to think, to feel, to be full of clarity, right? But then I've also added a bonus, which is a 5-part video series and a reflective workbook. So in that 5-part series, I also cover topics like the history of black text. How did it all come about? I'll give you a sneak peek. When our great-grandparents, they took having a lot of kids. You know, I think a lot of us come from families where our great-grandparents or our grandparents will tell you, no, at home there was 15 of us. That was seen as a sign of wealth, because then it meant that your children could then take care of you. That has evolved today. How has it evolved? Our parents take us to good schools. They take us to varsity with the hope that we're going to do what? We're going to come back and take care of them. But is that really a retirement plan? Is that a sustainable retirement plan? What are you doing about your future, about your children's future? Are you going to do the same thing? You've started a business. It's not growing because you're being drained by everybody else. And now what is going to happen to their future? Are you going to survive until they make it and then expect them to also take care of you? You then get to answer questions which are directed to you, which are going to make you sit and think, is this what I want for my children? Or actually, what is it that I want for my children? And how am I going to go about it? I've started this business. How do I want it to go? And what is it that I need to do to make sure that it happens for my children? Moving on to the next slide, please. So I'm going to give you an example of a client of mine. This lady, you know, she made good money. She sells products and she would make a good 20K a month, right? And this is now revenue. But a whole 15K would go to family requests. She was stressed and she was just frustrated to say, the business is giving me money, but I don't see where the money is going. And just by the way, she started this business because the salary was not enough. Because now she's got her own expenses, she's got her own bond, she's got her own car, she's got her own expenses where she's staying, but also there's family requests that come because, I mean, you are making it. You are the one who made it. You are the one who graduated. You left us here. And all that money would go there. And I said, we cannot do that. But after the whole program, she now supports her family at 5K per month. We've kept it. And guess what? There's no problem now. There is no problem. Because they were taking because you gave more. But now because you say 5K is what I have, I do not have any more. It's it. 5K, I'm done. she's less stressed, she's happier, she's got better family relationships. And the one thing, guys, that we always avoid is to say, but what are they going to think of me? They will know who you are and they will adjust. Just like we always say, there's an aunt in the house, who gets drunk. We all know her, but we still love her anyway. She might be the drunk, but we still love her. They will still love you even if you don't give them the money. Yes, they may not like you much, but they will still like you. Yes, Kapshi is.
Phumza, I think the question that's on
Hello.
everybody's I think the question that's on everybody's mouth and lips and thoughts right now is, but won't they suffer? Like, am I the reason why they are not going to do well? Does that make sense? Like, if they were living off 15K and I was giving them 15K and it seems like they needed everything they requested, don't they still need it when now I'm giving them only 5,000 a month?
Did they really need it, is the question. Or they needed it because you were giving it. You must remember, the minute I ask you, Kopano, hey, Kopano, hey, this month, wait, Kostokfeleng, I don't have enough money. Hey, don't you mind unchayele maybe 1,000 rand for this month, then I'll give you next month. When I get, I'll give you. Next month comes, she gets the 10K. Do you think she's going to give you that 1,000 rand? She's not going to give it to you. She's not. Instead, somebody else is going to go, hey, wait, I've got a problem. And they were not, you cannot say yes to all those requests. If it's such an emergency, ma'am, I can't help you. I've already had the 5K spent. Maybe let's try next month. Can't this problem wait till next month? Because honestly, sometimes people use you as an emergency plan. I saw somebody say that in the comments. They make you their emergency plan. And most of the time they're not, guys. The problems can wait. The problems can wait. And you can find that once you have made the people wait, it's no longer such a big problem. So by the time you get to it, you say, this month I can't get around to it. How about maybe we try next month because, my 5K is spent and I really don't have. They'll persist. And then once you keep saying no, then they'll finally understand. And maybe they'll call back at the end of the month, or maybe they may not. I see some Nosipo saying they were selfish. That's another thing that we are afraid of. We're afraid of being called selfish. But who is being selfish in this case? Is it not the people who have...
It sounds like you have a lot of tough conversations and it's a lot of tough love.
There's a lot of tears. There's a lot of tears from me and my clients. So we cry together. And it's tough, guys. It's really tough. And I want to tell you guys, when you take this step, you are really going to need to toughen up. You are really going to need to toughen up because it's not going to be easy. I've just recently moved back home and it's not easy for me also. I still sometimes say no. I see somebody saying her mom said she wants a parent's allowance. Yeah, it's for all the years that she suffered while she was raising you. This is not a need. It's just I want a parent's allowance. I want the neighbors must know that I get something from you. So there are a lot of tough conversations, guys. But after the tough conversations, there's a lot of love. There's a lot of respect. And we still get to get along. And there's a lot of growth. And guess what? They'll be so proud of you when they see you growing, when they see your business thriving. So you've got two choices, ladies, right? The choice is you keep running your business in survival mode, juggling guilt, money pressure, and slow growth, or you protect your bag, you scale your business, and you give from a place of abundance. So the difference is boundaries. And the boundaries is having a system. That's Nyaki's favorite word, ne? Systems. Boundaries are a system. Thank you, Barbara. Teach them your boundaries. Give from a place of abundance. So, ladies, for this month, on the Full Freedom Framework, I'm running a special where the price is $5.49, right? But I'm also going to include, for the month of August, I'm going to include an hour one-on-one session for you. For the month of August, it is an hour free session between us. Let's talk about this. Let's hash this out. And you know what? I'm here to hold your hand, guys. I truly understand the heaviness of it all. Hence why at the beginning of my presentation, I said, let's breathe in, deep breath, and breathe out. Thank you so much for taking out the time to join me today. And I will be taking questions. Thank you so much.
So I wanted to read Barbara's comment. Teach them your boundaries. Make sure they understand to a point they accept and realize you mean business.
Yeah.
Then you can create some balance between you helping them when you can, but at least they now understand where you are.
Yes.
I love that one. So Phumza, I've got another question because I know people are scared to ask questions. Can you live a nice life? Ne? Like nice, like you want to travel, okay? Travel. You want to live your life. You want to travel with your kids and the nanny, and then still
Yes.
have your boundaries with your family.
Sure, you can. Sure. This is your why. What do I want as Phumza? I want to travel with my kids and the nanny. Okay? Where does this money come from? This money, I get a salary of 50K, but my business also generates 20K. What are my expenses? These are my expenses. What kind of a holiday do I want? Do I want self-catering? Do I want catered? Do I want 4-star, 5-star? How much is this thing going to cost me? You know, how long do I need to budget for this? And you can definitely do it.
So Keletso is saying here that my black tax issues stem from the fact that my mom barely asks for anything, but I always feel compelled to offer. What do we call this?
Why, Geleto? The question is, why do you feel compelled to give? Do you feel mama is lacking anything? Or does it just come from a place of, I want to give? But when you give, does it take anything away from you? You know, because if it takes away from you, then why do you feel compelled to give? If she's not asking for anything, why do you feel compelled if it's actually draining you?
Phumza, how do you feel about allowances? You know, when Debbie was asking for a parent's allowance, if your parents are still struggling, how do you feel about allowances versus actually taking the action to improve their lives as opposed to giving them an allowance?
Why are we having an allowance? Is it a need?
Oh, Phumza, she raised me, okay? Okay, Phumza, she raised me, all right? And I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well because my mom loved me and she helped me. And I feel as though I need to give her something, Phumza, okay? If I want to, I can do it.
Okay, Kopano, you have 3 kids.
Yes.
Eh? You are raising them according to the lifestyle that you want. Ne? when you had 3 kids, and I know maybe our parents back then didn't plan, as the older generation, our parents didn't necessarily plan for us, but they did the best for us. But when they did that, did they do it from a place of love, or was it a matter of you are an investment? But now that you are here, you've done well. Guys, I don't want to lie to you. I've renovated my parents' house where I'm now currently residing, and I'm comfortable. Ne? But looking back, I wouldn't have done it the way that I did. I wouldn't have overstretched myself the way that I did. And looking back, my mother always made it as, yeah, Melicians, we must do it. We must do it now, yeah. But we didn't really need to do it now. We didn't really need to do it all at the same time. So you can still take care of your parents, but is the allowance a necessity? Is it a want? If you don't give the allowance, is there something wrong? If you do something, God says he loves a joyful giver. So don't you think your parents would be happy if you gave from a place of love, from a place of joy?
As opposed to a place of obligation.
Yes.
We love it. I think that's the big takeaway that we all have from here, Phumza. And thank you so much for today's presentation, because what you have taught us is give from a place of love. Don't give from a place of fear or guilt or obligation, or you feel like you owe them anything. Give from a place of love and
Yes.
be joyful when you give. Thank you so much, Phumza. Thank you, ladies. Let me know what you guys think about Phumza's conversation with us. It's a very deep one. And we can tell Phumza's gonna shout at us. Like, we can all tell that if we and honestly, sometimes we need that person to actually draw the boundaries with us, because we found it difficult to draw the boundaries in the first place. And that's why we are where we are. Right? That's why we find ourselves in a very difficult spot. So we're about to close off the masterclass today for Lunch and Learn. Phumza, we really appreciate you. We thank you so much. I think your network's a bit better. You can try and switch on your camera if you're in a place that you'd like to turn the camera. So just the last few, let us know what you think about today's Lunch and Learn, especially a conversation as deep as black text. So Kelet's saying, I feel compelled to give Mama because I just want her to be comfortable, man. I know. I mean, even in the way that you're typing, you're just like, we can feel the emotion is there. And now I'm giving more because I am making more since joining Club. She is, halala.
Halala. Can Keleto please contact me? Keleto and I need to talk, please.
And then I was in the same cohort as Phumza. Yes, you were. Well done, Kelet. I was wondering if it was you. So thank you so much, Phumza. I think we all have a lot to think about. And we all have a lot to think about in terms of having somebody who's going to be that support. I can imagine at the end of the month, people are like on your phone, sending you messages saying, Phumza, wait, I need to quickly discuss this with you because end of the month is tough. So thank you so much, Phumza. Thank you so much to everybody who was here with us for Lunch and Learn. We still have 2 more Lunch and Learns happening. We have one on speaking to grow your business, the way we communicate and being effective speakers, and that's going to be hosted by Palisa. And we also have a legal compliance one. Yo, guys, we are hitting it hard. I'm actually realizing that our Lunch and Learns in August are actually tough. Wow. We spoke about tax, and now it's black tax, and then there's going to be speaking, and then there's going to be the legal one. And everybody, we've asked that tough cookies, eh? Yo, Nyaki, what did we do? I was shouting at the ladies this month. I was shouting at the ladies. Thank you so much, Phumza. We appreciate you so much. And where can people get a hold of you? I think that's the one thing that we need. And then we'll also include it in our email as
well. So I'm going to, I can't type now. But I have, my page is boldconcepts.com, or else you can give me a shout on Instagram. The handle is Phumza Chunene. So yeah, that's where people can get a hold of me.
Nice. Thank you so much.
My website link is actually on my Instagram page.
Let me just give us. I think I've got it now. It is just nope, not yet. Okay, cool. So we're gonna have a look at it, and we're gonna put it on your Insta as well. Thank you so much, Phumza. Thank you to everybody who's come here for today. We're going to call it a day. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. I just want to look for Phumza's handle on Instagram. Here is Phumza's social, and then we'll also just quickly drop in the page as well. But thank you so much, ladies. Thank you, Phumza. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you for the opportunity. And thank you, ladies, for showing up. And to me, the gentlemen in the room, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you. I appreciate
Not
you.
you finding him, not just, I mean, out of everybody, you that found him. Okay, we love it when you send your hearts. So we love it because we actually take a picture of all the hearts and all the videos. So let's give Phumza some love and some showers, and we take evidence. We love you, Phumza, and congratulations on a beautiful funnel, and congratulations on an amazing masterclass. Bye,
Thank you
everybody.
so much. Bye.